I mean, is there a typical entity structure, or does it like wildly depend for first time, tech sort of company founder?
It all really depends. The way I look at it is that I always ask a client or prospective client this question: where are you looking to take this business in the next 3 to 5 years? If they say this is going to be a business that we're building to exit, then it's kind of like the flow chart, right? That starts leading me in one direction. If it's somebody, it's like, hey, this is actually a software consultancy. We're building software for other clients
Yeah.
that's going to create me lifestyle income, then it's probably going to be a different style of entity. Now, if you're typically somebody that's looking to raise capital and looking to exit, typically that's going to be a Delaware C-Corp. The reason for it is Delaware is the most investor friendly, so a lot of investors are familiar and comfortable with investing with an entity based in the state of Delaware.
Hmm.
And a C corporation, because it allows you to have what they call preferred and common stock. This gives you two classes of stock that you could give to investors and also your core team. So that's why most businesses that are looking to build to exit and also looking to take on external financing
Yeah.
typically are Delaware C.
And have you seen that too? Private equity, venture capital is really prefer to that? Yeah, okay. Because that's what I've seen and heard as well, right? Where it's just like, hey, we love your company, but your entity structure, we're just not
Yeah.
doing it, right? Or also where you bank, right? So that's another thing too. I've experienced it where it's different, call it California, Silicon Valley, right? Very hyper specific versus other, parts of the country. But I'll just give you to say, hey, any comments you might have or that on experience?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of VCs force companies that wanted to take on investor money to change their entity type or convert. Like they would start off as an LLC, and then we have to get them registered in Delaware as a foreign corp. So it's always better to build in advance of things happening, because if you have to convert down the road, it gets very costly. There's a lot of legal hurdles, or maybe cost or taxes involved with the conversion. So it's always good to have the advisory and a conversation up front. But yeah, these are things that I've seen. I've seen VCs force companies to change into Delaware Cs, again, to protect them as investors register in a different state, to make sure it's being done properly. We're in a very high regulatory environment where, if you're looking to build a company to exit, you're looking at taking on investor money. Investors want to see, can this company go to IPO? If we take them to IPO, it needs to be a specific structure, it needs to be a specific way. So that's why, I've seen a lot of VCs very aggressively saying, hey, dude, what is going on with this? Talk to my attorney, talk to Eric at the cash flow doctor. Let's get you set up properly.
Yeah, you bet. No, it's a good segue as well. So the best way to contact you is at thecashflowdoctor.com. Fill out a form and just, put information, learn about the show, right? Definitely as people are looking to exit or, talk about wealth as well. I mean, those are things that we do too. So we definitely play nicely with each other. And we're also just trying to help, the world go around, right? Founders can really, truly be hit with a lot of challenges along the way, and especially with taxes or finances in general, those are big hits that you don't necessarily expect. You maybe could have
Yes.
planned, a big customer leaving or key employee, all that sort of stuff. Like you kind of know those things. But to your point, getting an unexpected bill is just the not fun and really not known part. So really appreciate you sharing that and coming on today.